beer and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is a presentation of the Nebraska State High School Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State basketball broadcasts are presented by Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Sandhills Global, Doane University, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Wingstop, Acres, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, Roofing Service Company, Union Bank and Trust, Lincoln Financial Chiropractic, and DOT Highway Safety Office, Jimmy John's, Members Owned Credit Union, Nebraska Army National Guard, Hamilton Telecommunications, and the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. Now calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we are getting ready for our final session on day one from PBA. Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman here, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Harrison Arns back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios, pushing all the buttons back there at 1040 O Street. Got a good one on tap here in Class A action. Number 2, Millard North, the Mustangs, led by head coach Chris Paulson, 22-3 on the season, going up against the 7 seed in Class A, the 19-6 overall Omaha Westside Warriors. Jay, we've seen 2 really good ones. Millard West, Lincoln North Star. We know they got a matchup on Friday afternoon. This one's going to be a good one in its own way.
Yeah, it's 2 teams that know each other. They had a 2-point game earlier this year, about a month ago in January. So even though one's a 2 seed, one's a 7 seed, it's no fair dodging. It's 2 teams that know each other, going to be very, very competitive. And the best team's going to win. And also I think about it, is styles make fights. It's probably the more veteran presence of a basketball program and players in Millard North Mustangs. And Westside is known more for their boys basketball than women's. But this is a great year led by Jenkins and Matoyer and Foster.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. When you look at Millard North, though, the higher seed in this one, last loss that came actually against a team that we just saw last game, Omaha Westview, 57-52. They lost by 5 to the Westview Wolverines. Right. But, however, you mentioned it, not a stranger to this stage. 19th appearance in state and school history to the state tournament. They lost in the first round in 2024 last year. But here, trying to get it past this round with a win today.
Yeah, you know, every year it seems like they've gotten better, but they've had to either face Millard West or somebody else that's a little bit better, a little bit seasoned. But I think the veteran presence and what they learned last year as a young team, with a little bit lower expectations, higher expectations this year, I think they'll be able to pull through. Yeah,
for Millard North, let's talk about the starting lineups here. They're going to have a lot of familiar names on there. Number 3, a 5'10" senior guard averaging 8.5 points per game. Sarah Harley, number 5, a 5'5" senior guard averaging 8.5 per game. Emma Vanderplatz, number 14, a 6-foot senior rather, averaging once again 8.5 points per game. Avril Smith, number 21, a 6'1" junior averaging 8 per game. Clara Welker, and number 22, a 5'8" junior averaging close to 9 a game. That's Elizabeth Galligan. How about a common denominator? Every one of those players I listed, not only an upperclassman, but also averaging around 8 to 9 points per game.
Yeah, there's an equal opportunity offense here with Millard North, and probably if they had a star player, you had to anoint somebody. It's probably Galligan had the most experience coming back, and along with Smith. And so that's just, who they are, and that's the way Coach Paulson has definitely developed this program. Kind of like Millard West, but doesn't have the star power or skill and size of Millard West, but along the same path, good team basketball and know how to play, and obviously a lot of continuity as well.
Yeah, for Westside, 19-6 on the year. They hosted the A7 district and dominated Norfolk in the semifinal, beat the second seed Kearney 55-44 in their district final. And so they had a really close matchup against this very same Millard North team a few weeks ago back in January, lost by just 2 points. So should be a contested ball game. In Class A especially, we talked about it. The seeds, they matter, but they also don't, because Westside can come out and win, and I don't think anybody would really be shocked.
No, and they played just a little bit over a month ago, and as you see, Foster and Smith about to tip off, these two young ladies that play a lot of summer basketball together too as well.
Here we go. Westside controls the tip. They'll be working right to left from our vantage point, and one of the guys, or one of the girls that Jay mentioned that we need to talk about is Matoyer. She passes it off left side, but her shot's blocked. Sanai Foster gets her shot rejected, and here comes the Mustangs of Millard North.
Yeah, good offensive series. They're running a little bit of a wheel action. Got an easy shot for Foster, but April Smith was able to recover and get a hand on the ball and block it.
Here on the right side, it's Sarah Harley. Harley dumps it off. Avril Smith with it. Now to Vanderplatz. Emma Vanderplatz drives right side on Matoyer. Throws up a whack shot, and it's going to be rejected by the backboard. Here comes Matoyer. Finds a cutting Foster in the lane.
They're letting them play tonight.
No foul call, but they will be out of bounds. It stays with the Warriors.
Yeah, good job by Matoyer to get it off the glass. A little secondary break. Really good job as a rim runner for Foster. You just like a little bit better finish there.
7 minutes, 16 seconds just underway here in the first quarter. Here's Westside. Step back jumper on the way is no good. Just off to the left, a little short as well on the attempt by number 4, Kimora Jenkins. And Millard North often running back the other way. A minute into this one. 0-0 still the score between Millard North and Omaha Westside, as we have a turnover, an ill-advised pass off of the hands of number 22. That is Elizabeth Galligan.
Right.
Oh, it's going to say they're tipped out of bounds.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah,
I didn't see the tip.
I didn't see the tip either. And obviously in the possession before, I think Jenkins can get that shot anytime that she wants. Probably a little bit of force, but she wanted to get it, forced the shot, but she wanted to get into the game.
So here in the near corner, down low onto a cutting Vanderplatz. It's thrown off of her, and Westside is able to corral the possession of the basketball. Here comes Matoyer, and she traveled with that basketball. She tried to slingshot it over there with one arm, but she lost balance and lost the basketball and ended up trying to corral herself, unable to do so, and it's a turnover.
I'm telling you, if you get Matoyer and Jenkins and Foster going, Westside is going to be trouble for anybody in this tournament. Let's see if they can get them going here against this Mustangs defense here.
Here's Emma Vanderplatz now into the near corner. It's Sarah Harley. Her pass trying to get it inside to number 21, Clara Welker, is deflected, and it goes out of bounds. 6:28 on the game clock. Still 0-0 Millard North basketball underneath their own bucket.
Yeah, it's a little bit of tough sledding here for each team. And this is what happens when you have two programs, two teams, and a bunch of players that know each other. Nothing's going to come easy, especially in the state tournament.
Here's Emma Vanderplatz working on Matoyer in the lane. Looks good. A floater. It falls. It's 2-0 Millard North early on.
Yeah, good move there. A little bit of hesitation by Vanderplatz. Slithered through that double team. Was able to finish for an easy bucket.
So here comes Omaha Westside. Moving Garen Kay in the lane now with trying to finish with the left hand was number 13, Kat Goggin, and she's unable to do so. And so it'll go back out of bounds to the Mustangs.
Yeah, each of the last possession, whether it was Goggin and obviously Jenkins prior to that, a little bit of a force shot, right? Driving way left, bodies floating left, throwing to a stationary object, which is the hoop. Doesn't usually work out well.
So here is Millard North on offense, leading 2-0. 3 ball on the way. Vanderplatz can't connect, and the defensive rebound corralled by Omaha Westside as they try to push the pace up the floor. Here is number 4. That is Kimora Jenkins with it on the right wing. Kimora looks up, tries to get it down low to Foster. Foster working on the defender. Her shot's blocked by Avril Smith. And Millard North going back the other way. Vanderplatz up the floor to Harley. Harley crosses over on Matoyer. Collects her dribble, kicks it. Vanderplatz, wide open 3, connects, and it's 5-0 with 5:23 to play.
Yeah, you know, when you have a lot of players averaging around 8-9 points, that means you have to guard everybody, and Vanderplatz is getting off here early for the Mustangs.
Tip pass, and it's going to be taken away by Millard North as Vanderplatz now has it top of the key. 5:08 to play first quarter, trying to get the entry pass into the free throw line. Avril Smith is fouled on her way to the rim, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. We've seen this now time and time again. Every single game, I believe, that we've seen, it's one team has started a little quicker than the other. In this case, Millard North starting a little smoother than Omaha Westside.
Yeah, and I think that just comes from experience, being out here, being on the big stage. Is one thing, knowing that you're going to be there. Another thing is being in the moment, and that's where you see Mustangs. Essentially all the players that have been on the court or on the court tonight have played before. But an adjustment here by Coach Clark is bringing a little bit more size in here with number 23, Elise Peterson, trying to slow down this Millard Millard North Mustang offense and the ability to get some offense and defensive rebounds.
Avril Smith goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line, so we stay put at a 5-0 game. Here's Matoyer. Matoyer across the timeline. She has the top of the key. Working on Sarah Harley. Tries to draw contact, but she finishes with the right hand from the right side of the hoop. Nice take by Hamaijo Matoyer.
Yeah, Matoyer does a really good job of not only playing with pace, but a good strength. And look at the effort here, right here. Right? Got her hand on the ball, and then in midair threw it off of Culligan for Millard North, and then obviously keeps possession for Westside. Those are the type of plays, Nick, when you are fighting the nerves and inexperience, you have to make those to slow down those nerves and anxiety for you.
Westside trails by 3, 5-2 with the basketball, though they have it. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Here comes Kamora Jenkins. Jenkins kicks it out. Sinai Foster for 3, and we're all tied at 5 apiece.
Yeah, the inside-outside game. Foster struggled a little bit inside, but she shows that she can do it all. Inside-outside game, deep corner 3.
Emma Vanderplatz passes left side. Sarah Harley with it. As Sinai Foster hit her first three-pointer of the game to tie it up at 5 apiece. Sarah Harley cuts. Now rather Emma Vanderplatz. Now to Avril Smith. Back to Harley. Top of the key. Denies the screen. Now passes left side to Elizabeth Galligan. To Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz drives on Matoyer. Puts up a tough shot. And she's going to get bailed out with a foul call.
Yeah, I thought Matoyer did a really good job of not only walling up, but keeping the hands up and out of the way of the contact. Maybe a little bit too much body for the ref's liking. Two-shot foul there. We'll see what Millard North does from the free. This has been a thing. Obviously, I don't want to jinx anybody. And I think normally these teams would shoot better in their own gyms. Obviously you play home and away, in conference. I think, obviously the background of PBA does affect whether you can shoot a high percentage from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't talked about in the 4 previous games that we've done today is that, we can see it from here looking at the hoop to our left. Yeah. You're shooting from the left wing or the right wing. You're going to be able to see the concourse and all the seats that are empty right now through the backboard.
Yeah, and you don't get to practice before, and all you get is about a 20-minute warm-up, and you're thinking about the nerves and taking in the whole experience as well.
So Emma Vanderplatz has now all 7 Millard North points. She added 2 from the free throw line. Here's Matoyer at the top of the key with Westside trailing 7-5. Matoyer in the lane, left-handed finish.
Matoyer is an exciting player. She had 21 points in the district final, 19 by Jenkins. Those two of the guards, they get going. It's going to be a tough night for Millard North.
Top of the key here, left side now, Avril Smith. We're all knotted up at 7 apiece. Freshly into the game is Briley Nelson, as well as Chloe Dalton for the Millard North Mustangs. Vanderplatz has it. Top of the key, Avril Smith. Now to Briley Nelson. Nelson passes Smith. Smith thought about the jumper. Left side, Vanderplatz for 3, and she has 10.
Yeah, Vanderplatz obviously is they in their pregame preparation. They felt like they had an advantage, and she came out. She's lighting up tonight.
Here in the lane, Westside able to answer with a 2 of their own, as that is number 23, Elise Peterson. Yeah. She gets in the scoring column, and it's 10-9 Millard North.
Really good job of Westside answering score for score. Obviously not 3 for 3, but the secondary break to Peterson keeps the game close.
Sarah Harley passes. Briley Nelson with it in the near corner. She dribbles in. May have lost where she wanted to go. She almost helped somebody up, but the play was still going on.
You see she was looking for the ref, looking for the jump ball or a foul. Really good job there by Freeman, staying after it and then obviously causing the jump ball. Obviously, the ball stays here at Millard North, but I like the effort by both teams.
Yeah, so it'll be Millard North basketball into the game for head coach Chris Paulson and the Mustangs, number 24, Jordan McMahon. Also into the game is number 21, Clara Welker. She subs back in for Millard North. So Welker, has it, gives it to Galligan. Galligan back to Welker. Welker pops the 3 from the top. Ooh. Just a tad strong offensive board collected by Cleo Dalton. Now Nelson tries her luck at a 3. She can't get that to go, and we have a foul called on Millard North, trying to block out Sinai Foster.
Yeah, good job by Foster going for the steal, but then also rush back in there to get the defensive rebound. Now you see a little bit of a change here, trying to up the pace. Millard North trying to really impose their experience, but then also not let this Westside athletically gifted offense get started with a little bit of a 3-1-1 full court trap press.
Here's Sinai Foster, crosses the timeline. Nobody stops ball. There were a lot of white jerseys in the vicinity as a defense. Nobody stopped her. They just allowed her to walk across the timeline. Now down low, it's number 23 for Westside, number 23, Elise Peterson, giving the Warriors the lead, 11-10.
Yeah, Peterson here had a little bit of Dirk Nowitzki there, kicked the leg up. Now here comes Culligan right back down the pike. Peterson had a really good move there, a little bit of Dirk Nowitzki, kind of a little bit step back, fadeaway jumper. But I like the experience of number 22, Elizabeth Galligan, the ability to get the ball and knowing and seeing Westside had their back towards the ball and jam it down the throat and get it up to the free throw line.
Foul goes on Sinai Foster, but at the line, Galligan able to hit her first free throw. So we're all knotted up again at 11.
This game is going to be highly competitive. Look, when you play a 2-point game, just a little bit over a month ago, there's going to be no fair dodging. All these players know each other. The coaches know each other. The best team's going to win, but it's going to come down to the little thing.
So Omaha Westside with the basketball, trailing by 1. It's 12-11. A risky pass over the top, and somebody lost their piece of gum. It's sitting down on the end in the logo at center court. Now on the left side, Clara Welker with it into the far corner. Here's Briley Nelson to Chloe Dalton. Now right side, number 24. This is Jordan McMahon. Dishes it out, Clara Welker. Welker spinning around to contested shot. Can't get it to go. And we have a bump and a foul charged to Millard North as Westside was trying to push the pace.
Yeah, Elise Peterson came in and provided some energy, but then also some timely rebounds and a couple timely baskets. And so it's allowing Coach Steve Clark, who, like I said before, is Westside is known more for their boys basketball, but obviously their ladies basketball is pretty good this year. Allow him to go deep into his roster, get all the nerves out of his top 7, 8, maybe 9 players while the game is still within reach with 1 point deficit here.
Somebody's got to pick up that gum. 3 ball on the way, right wing by Westside. Can't get it to fall, and Galligan will try to push the pace. Galligan running across the timeline, right to left, weaving through traffic. Now gets it to number 24, Jordan McMahon. McMahon with it on the right side, trying to hand it off to Galligan. Can't do so, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to the Westside Warriors.
Yeah, really good defensive effort there by number 11, Gabriel Duvall, who just kind of came in off the bench and provided that spark, right? And it's not just the steals, right, Nick? Everybody wants to get excited about that, right? But I think it's also, creating jump balls, more opportunity for your team when coming into this game, right, when you come down from Westside or when Millard North comes down, that this game is going to be highly contested, competitive, and a close game.
So it's 12-11 with 1:01 to go in the first quarter. Millard North with a 1-point lead. As they pass it right side, here's Westside on offense. Kamora Jenkins with it. She'll pop the 3 from the right wing and drain it. It's 14-12.
Yeah, I told you with Matoya and Jenkins, once they get going, they can put a lot of pressure on any team in this tournament because they lock up defensively, but they also are 2-point guards and scoring point guards, and there's no time off for any defender trying to guard them.
Sarah Harley out of control, tries to put up a shot. Can't get it to fall, but we'll have a jump ball on the defensive rebound attempt. The possession arrow keeps it on this end of the floor with the Millard North Mustangs.
Yeah, that was a good play there by the Millard North Mustangs and also Westside right there. I like it when they're physical and you don't call it any touch fouls like that. Too many jump balls for me tonight, but I think the depth of Westside is showing here. They're 9 deep on their bench. Millard North probably goes about 7. So let's see if Westside can wear them down tonight by their depth and obviously athletic ability as well.
32.7 on the game clock, 14-12 Omaha Westside on top of the second-seeded Millard North Mustangs. We have an attempted steal on the inbound, but Millard North is able to control possession. Here's Avril Smith, kicks it out to Sarah Harley. Harley spinning around with her pivot foot, looking for help, gets it to Galligan. 21 on the game clock. The shot clock is dark. Ill-advised pass taken away by Omaha Westside at number 14, Karen Kay. Now they bounce it off their foot. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will go to the Millard North Mustangs. So Westside gets a steal. They give it right back, and Millard North will have the last shot opportunity.
Yeah, that's an unforced error that as a coach you can't get too upset about. You know what? You had a good defensive stop. You got it to one of your best players. Unfortunately, you just kind of dribbled off the back foot of Peterson right there. But if I'm Westside, right, we got over our nerves. We were able to obviously accumulate a lead. Now we just got to defend here the last few seconds.
Here's Vanderplatz tries to put up a last-second shot. They get an extra effort at it, and they can't get the jumper to fall. After 1 quarter of play, Omaha Westside leads 14-12 over number 2 seed Millard North Mustangs. It's 14-12 after one period of play. We'll step aside for 60 seconds, come back, and start quarter number 2 here from PBA.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hello? Hello?
Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we go. Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Start of the second quarter. Omaha Westside leads 14-12. They'll start with the basketball here to begin quarter number 2 as Matoyer in the lane. Great spin move, unable to finish. Gets her own miss. Now bodies diving. Sinai Foster fakes right, goes left, now bounces it back out top of the key. Here on the top of the key, it's Kimora Jenkins with it. She crosses over in the lane, pass fake, tries to finish with the left hand. Great follow, and they can't hit a bunny to save their life as Westside had 4 cracks at it and has 0 points come as a result. It'll be Millard North basketball after a jump ball.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Clark wants the ball to go through the hoop, but I like the aggressiveness of this Westside Warriors or Lady Warriors team where they're following the shots. They're trying to create opportunities for each other. They're hoping they pay dividends later in the game.
Avril Smith with it, or rather Clara Welker, who passes it to Avril Smith. Now Emma Vanderplatz. Platz had 10 points. 10 of the 12 Millard North points to this point are hers. Now on the left wing, it's Sarah Harley. Harley into the far corner, Avril Smith with it to Clara Welker. Overhead pass cross court to Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz backing down on the defender. Almost got it poked away. Now she'll step back. 3 ball on the way. Just a tad strong. And the rebound corralled by Sinai Foster of Omaha Westside.
Yeah, a really good defensive series there by Omaha Westside, but also Millard North got a good shot. But I like the rebound by Foster. Tipping it to herself, getting him in the fast break.
So here's Kimora Jenkins, top of the key. She drives left side, pulls up, and misses it badly. As offensive rebound, kicked out, another 3-point opportunity for Omaha Westside. They can't get it to fall. It's safe from going out of bounds into the hands of the Warriors, and bodies are tumbling. It's going to be a jump ball. Once again, it'll stay on this end of the floor with Omaha Westside.
Yeah, Westside with Gary and Kay coming in there. I like the depth of this team, the energy that they're able to kind of essentially attack the offensive board. They haven't hit a lot of outside shots, been trying to get a lot of things going to the rack, but get more opportunities. I'm sure Coach Clark thinks they're going to be able to bust this game open.
Kimora Jenkins, left side back to Jenkins. Jenkins thought about pulling up from beyond the arc, decides not to. Now it's number 14, Garen Kay with it, who passes Metoyer. 3 ball just off to the right just a little bit. It hit off of a Westside player's head on the rebound. I don't think she was expecting it there. And Millard North going back the other way, pushing the pace. Here is Vanderplatz to Clara Welker. Welker at the top of the key, gets it to Avril Smith on the left wing, just outside the perimeter. Cross court to Galligan. Galligan on the right wing. Overhead pass, Harley. Wide open 3 ball. Missed it badly. And Metoyer skies high for the defensive rebound. 5:55 to go in the second quarter. It's 14-12, Omaha Westside.
Well, secondary break 3. Big shot there by Garen Kay. Secondary break. Millard North looked a little bit slow and tired getting back on defense. Good job by Westside.
17-12 is your score after the K 3-pointer. It's 5:37 to go in the second quarter. Galligan tries to answer. Can't do so with the 3 of her own. Avril Smith collects the offensive rebound. Missed her jump shot badly. And we have a foul charged on Millard North on the attempted rebound.
Yeah, I think the overall depth, speed, and athletic ability, especially with Jenkins, which you look at Jenkins and Metoyer switching off, controlling the pace and controlling the ball, is really starting to wear down this Millard North Mustangs defense.
So here's Metoyer. She'll cross the timeline. Metoyer working left wing. Now top of the key, hands it off Kimora Jenkins. 17-12 is your score, 5:14 to play. Kimora in the lane off the glass, and it falls. Westside leads by 7.
Yeah, Kimora Jenkins, a little bit of a wheel action. Once she got the angle, it was an easy bucket for her.
Left side, Galligan. Galligan throws it over the top to Avril Smith to Emma Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz, right wing, Sarah Harley working in the center of the lane, goes up with it, draws contact, no whistle, and Matoyer cleans up the miss on the defensive rebound. 4 minutes, 48 seconds to play in the first half. It's 19-12, 7-seeded Westside on top of 2-seeded Millard North, and we have a foul on this end on the ground. And head coach for Millard North, Chris Paulson, is asking, why did you not call that on the other end when you're going to call it a little more closely contested here on this side?
Yeah, and I think also Coach Clark would have liked to see a shooting foul, but it was on the ground here. But again, another sub. Here comes Peterson back, right? She was the energy and she was the spark plug off the bench. Now let's see if she can do it to try to extend this 7-point lead to maybe double digits.
So it'll be a baseline inbound here for Omaha Westside underneath their own bucket.
Somebody's got to inbound the ball.
Somebody's got to pass it. It's going to be Kimora Jenkins, the inbounder. Sanai Foster, they tried to get it to her. Now it's going to be Matoyer to Kimora. She drives baseline, spin moves away. Good cutoff defensively by Emma Vanderplatz. Kimora Jenkins with it, trying to create some space. Plenty of time in the possession. No reason to hurry. Great handles by Kimora Jenkins, who gets it off to Matoyer. Matoyer, center of the lane, gets bumped and fouled by Emma Vanderplatz.
Yeah, it's a good foul there by Vanderplatz. Now you got to worry about if Vanderplatz has their first one. Right?
Yes, that's her first.
So she's been the spark plug for the Mustangs, and so when you, as a coach, you have to make sure the player that start out hot, you got to make sure that they can be able to play all game and not get foul trouble.
Similar situation, fresh shot clock with 4.5 to play in the second quarter. They'll throw the baseline inbound over the top directly in front of us to Matoyer. Matoyer passes left side to Elise Peterson, who has 4 points on the day off the bench. Matoyer in the lane, tries to finish with the right hand, can't do so. Peterson with the follow, can't get that one to go. And the defensive rebound caroms out to Emma Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz will slow things down, now go to work. Left side, it's Sarah Harley. Harley passes in the corner. Galligan for 3, can't get it to go. And Millard North having all types of struggles from beyond the three-point line. They're 2 for 9.
Yeah, Matoyer did a really good job there of slowing down the pace, even though Jenkins possibly could have, got off the sidelines. And so what the difference is here, I think Westside's getting multiple shots on each possession, whereas Millard North is only getting one shot.
Peterson puts up a shot from the right side, does not get it to fall, and on the rebound attempt, we're going to have a foul on Omaha Westside. I believe that went on number 14. It is Garen Kay.
Garen Kay picked up the foul, but also when you think of a Coach Clark being able to go deep into his bench, now at the check-in table is number 15, Kendall Davis. Now you're thinking about as a coach, and also number 5 is coming in. Mira Jurisic is coming in. You're 10, 11 deep into your bench, feeling confident who you can play a la kind of Tommy Johnson with the North Star Gators. What that does against a team like Millard North is puts more pressure on them on the offensive end for them, because they're going to have to defend multiple players, multiple body types, and multiple skill sets. So it'll take away from their effectiveness on the offensive side of the court, or when they have possession. So the adjustments now for Coach Paulson, Chris Paulson, with being down 7, when you really only have one player that's scoring, is kind of like what we've seen before, right, with Westview. You're going to have to be able to keep this game within arm's reach until you can get going offensively, because right now, obviously with Matoyer and Jenkins, and then obviously with Foster as well starting to get loose, if you add another person there for Westside, it could be a tough sled in there for Millard North.
Yeah, Emma Vanderplatz, 10 of the Millard North 12 points today. By the way, folks, you can join Freaky Fast Rewards today and earn a free sandwich after your first order as a new member. Jimmy John's, jimmyjohns.com. 19-12 is your score. Omaha Westside, the 7th seed in Class A, on top of the number 2 seed Millard North Mustangs with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. But as I mentioned, Emma Vanderplatz has 10 of the Millard North Mustang 12 points. The other 2 came on 2 Galligan free throws. Now on the right side, it's Sarah Harley. Harley with it, fakes left, goes right down the center or the right side of the lane, and she gets bumped and fouled, and Harley will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, really good job by Harley there, really coming off with good angles. Got the angle on Jenkins and immediately put her in a negative closeout and got to the rim. A little bit of I wouldn't say a hard foul, a little bit more of a hard fall. She's got to recover and try to make these 2 free throws.
Harley's first free throw on the way. It's good, and it's 19-13. Those are the first points for Millard North here in the second quarter.
So I'm Coach Paulson. I like it. I got other players getting involved, whether it's the free throw line or from the field. We like points in any way we can get them.
Sarah Harley goes 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. It's 19-14 with 3.5 to play in the first half. Here is Juresovic. Now she passes up the floor. Cross-court pass, Kimora Jenkins in stride. The three just a little too strong as it caroms all the way out to the free throw line where Sarah Harley corrals it. 3:17 to play, second quarter, 19-14. Omaha Westside. Sarah Harley up the right side, hands it off to Briley Nelson. Nelson with it, fakes right, goes left down center of the lane, and she is going to be bumped and fouled. Briley Nelson will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, and so if I'm Coach Paulson, they're executing some of the adjustments that we made in that full timeout, right? Well, we wanted to do a little bit more of a weak side wheel action coming off the pin down, starting to get multiple people touches, multiple people opportunities. Let's see if they can cash in.
As Briley Nelson's first free throw is no good. We're sitting here 19-14 with 3:07 to play in the second quarter. Omaha Westside leads by 5.
Yeah, Westside, I think, has control of this game, both from a momentum standpoint, but more importantly, from an execution standpoint. I think they've gotten multiple shots, even though they haven't hit a higher percentage as they like, but then also they're able to do it different ways, and so it should bode well for them in the second half if they have to go back to something.
Briley Nelson goes 0 for at the charity stripe, so now it's an empty possession for Millard North. In the lane, it's Davis, can't get the layup to go for Omaha Westside, and it'll stay with Omaha Westside. Yeah. Baseline inbound coming.
It was a good post up there by Davis, and she tried to go into a little bit of an underneath shot, a little bit of scoop shot. She could have probably went and turned around and shot a regular shot. She probably want that one back.
Pass taken away as Millard North forces a turnover. That is Omaha Westside's 5th turnover of the first half. Sarah Harley up the floor, up the right side. She picks up her dribble, now gets it right back inside the lane. She's stuck, and a little bit of a dangerous pass. Avril Smith, now Nelson, 3-ball, missed everything, way too strong. Offensive board, kicks it out. Smith to Harley. No new shot clock, 12 seconds on the possession. As Harley, overhead pass to Nelson. Nelson back to Harley, 3-ball, right wing. It's in and out. Offensive rebound number 2 of the possession. As Harley has it on the right side, into Smith at the elbow, 2:09 to play. Smith, spin move, kicks it near corner, right wing. Harley in the lane, her pocket's picked. Now it's corralled by Millard North. Sloppy basketball being played as Smith gets it left side. This is McMahon. McMahon in the lane, and she's fouled. After that marathon of a trip down the floor for Millard North, we're going to have 2 Mustang free throws.
Yeah, I think that might be on Jenkins. And
23, Elise Peterson.
Yeah. Jenkins, was right in the vicinity. And so when you play defense for so long like that, Nick, you kind of get frustrated because you're thinking about getting back on offense. And so a good job by Westside battling a little bit, but you know what? It just got out of sorts. Long rebounds, you got to chase the rebounds. Long shots, know you're going to get long rebounds. So when you chase them, you don't need to chase into the paint. Westside made a little bit of mistake right there.
Both free throws no good by McMahon, but she gets her own miss.
And
she's able to score the bucket and get the foul, so she's going to go right back to the free throw line and shoot one more.
Yeah, Elise Peterson with back-to-back fouls, and so if I'm Westside, Millard North has given us a little bit of taste of our own medicine. Multiple shots at each possession, long possessions defensively, but more importantly, they're killing us on the offensive rebounds.
No good on the free throw again, but we have a timeout called on Omaha Westside. I think head coach Steve Clark was trying to say there was a lane violation there as he's still pleading with the official. And it's 19-16 as the Westside Warriors call a 30-second timeout. Let's step aside with them. Be right back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you. 1:50 to go in the second quarter. It's 19-16 Westside on top of Millard North as they pass it up the floor, break the extended defensive pressure. Up the right side, here is Freeman. Jaya Freeman for three, just a tad short. And the rebound caroms out to the offensive rebound for Elise Peterson. Now she gets it ripped out of her hands, but then gives it right back. Sinai Foster, the jumper, too short. Ball on the ground. Foster puts it back up. She can't get that to go. There's bodies all over the place as Kimora Jenkins tries to break the double, and she throws it off the defender, Galligan, and it's going to stay with the Omaha Westside Warriors.
Nonstop action, but you know what it is? It's a little bit sloppy, but you got two teams that know each other. They're playing extremely hard, but the one thing I think you need to play off the three-point line to give yourself a little bit more space and angles to try to get better shots. Now, the effort is there. The execution needs to probably go up a little bit higher.
So they'll inbound it here as the layup up, no good by Sinai Foster. Sinai Foster gets her own miss, and we're going to have a foul down low on Millard North, and Foster goes to the charity stripe.
Yeah, so Sinai Foster has been active inside. Hasn't been able to cash in as far as getting the buckets or getting to see the ball go through. But she's been active, and her inside-outside game has been pretty good as well. But ultimately, they got to start executing better on offense for Westside.
It's 19-16, 1:17 to play as the first free throw for Foster is good. It rattles around.
You know, if I'm Coach Steve Clark, I'm looking at this as an opportunity to end this half on a high note, right? Feel like, okay, we withstood the Millard North storm as far as the long possessions. Now if we can get control of this game, make this free throw, maybe change up our defensive coverages a little bit, but more importantly, get a couple buckets before halftime.
Foster's second free throw on the way. It's also good. It's 21-16 now. Omaha Westside in front of Millard North. 1:17 to play. 1:17 to play until halftime, 21-16. Here comes Emma Vanderplatz.
A little bit of full court pressure here, right, to change up the pace here on Millard North. You're thinking about possessions here before halftime here, Nick.
Emma Vanderplatz with 10 points on the day. 10 of Millard North's 16 are to her name. Galligan at the top of the key. Tries to drive through a couple of defenders. Gets knocked down, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with the Mustangs.
Yeah, but if I'm Coach Steve Clark, I like that because I know if there's another jump ball, I get an extra possession before halftime. You got a 5-point lead. I like the change of a little bit more extended pressure against this Millard North guard group because it feels like we have more depth at the guard position. And you got to think, you have Matoyer and Jenkins getting a much-needed rest over there before halftime along with Peterson.
Galligan inbound for Millard North. She gets it in to Avril Smith. Smith with it on the left wing. Hands it off to Harley, who gives it to Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz with 50 on the game clock. Galligan in the lane, puts up a contested shot, and she is fouled going to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yeah, Sinai Foster a little bit slow getting over there on the help defense. Good job by Galligan trying to finish through contact. But you know what? Millard North coach Paulson likes it, trying to get some free points without the clock running.
First one is good for Galligan. Galligan with 3 points on the evening, all three coming from the free throw line.
Yeah. Now, Matoyer is back into the game now. Now, when we're thinking about possessions here, Nick, we're thinking about getting it off the backboard, secondary break, and then with Millard North with 4 fouls, one more foul, they're in the bonus. So if I'm Coach Clark here, I'm thinking I'm trying to get 2 or 3 possessions in 40 seconds.
So Matoyer gets the inbound pass up the floor. They're throwing it, trying to break this press. It was almost deflected and taken away by Millard North. Now top of the key, Matoyer with it. 36 on the game clock. 21 on the shot clock. Deep three. It's going to be offensive rebound for Omaha Westside. Left wing quickly into the game. Gabriella Duvall. She has it. Spin move in the lane. Gabriella Duvall. Welcome to the party. It's 23-18.
Really good move there by Gabriella Duvall on the secondary. Or after the offensive rebound, nice off the wheel action, deep into the paint, spin move, 2 points.
Emma Vanderplatz with it left side, working on Duvall. Now McMahon with 7 on the game clock. McMahon to Galligan for 3, left wing, swish. It's 23-21, and there is the buzzer at the half. We got a good one in our first Class A quarterfinal of the evening session. Omaha Westside, the 7th seed, leads number 2 seeded Millard North 23-21 as we go into the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. We'll step aside, have some halftime thoughts when we return from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Attention Nebraska sports fans, are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back inside courtside Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you. It's 23-21, Omaha Westside leading Millard North at the break. Jay, after we had a game between Lincoln North Star and the opponent that they faced, Omaha Westview, that featured 44 combined turnovers in that game. Kind of the opposite here. A pretty well-played, high-quality basketball game to where Omaha Westside has 6 turnovers, Millard North has 5. Not a whole lot of sloppiness, just some really good basketball being played.
Yeah, really good basketball. Probably more plethora of jump balls, but a very, very competitive basketball game between two teams, two coaching staff, and obviously players that know each other and out there competing. And obviously the crisp passes and the difference in skill sets, right? Where you saw Westside kind of come out and really, really bum rush them as far as with their speed and athletic ability. And then a really good job by Coach Paulson and that Millard North staff to make some adjustments in a couple late couple scoring attempts with a 2 and a 3 by Galligan has got Millard North right within striking distance. Obviously a one-score game. But more importantly, the momentum is even-steven going in a halftime and obviously coming out of halftime as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. To some point totals from that first half, first for the team in front on the scoreboard, we talked about it coming in. Both these teams real evenly distributed, scoring the basketball. Maybe even Millard North more than Omaha Westside, but Westside doing a really good job of sharing the basketball. They have 2 players that are leading the team in scoring. Sinai Foster and Kamora Jenkins have 5 each. Hamaya Matoyer has 4. Elise Peterson has 4. And then Garen Kay with 3 points, while Gabriella Duvall came in quickly, had a nice spin move in the lane to our left, and finished with the left hand. Good balanced attack for Omaha Westside. Not so much tonight, which is uncharacteristic for Millard North. Right. You have Emma Vanderplatz with 10, Elizabeth Galligan with 7, but no real production consistently from anywhere else.
Yeah, and I think that Vanderplatz really was really the big star in that first quarter and a half. Yeah. And then you were able to get Galligan started a little bit later in the second quarter. But more importantly, Nick, you have Harley with 2 points at the free throw line, and then you had McMahon at the free throw line with 2 points. And here's why it's important. I think the adjustment by Coach Paulson coming out of about a 4-minute mark out of that timeout was to get other people involved, because obviously Westside started to clamp in, or Vanderplatz, but they didn't lead to field goals going in, but free throws going in. And so what potentially could happen is open up thing for Galligan and the rest of the crew in the second half. And so whoever made the best adjustments at halftime is obviously usually going to win. But generally these type of games with 2 competitive teams are going to come down to what, Nick? Free throws, turnovers, and obviously rebounding offensively and defensively.
You mentioned free throws. Omaha Westside has only attempted and also made their 2 free throws. They're 2 for 2 from the line. Will we see them maybe try to get in with Sinai Foster a little bit more in this second half? It's been a real physical game, despite only you look up and down. Omaha Westside, committed, 8 team fouls in the first half combined. Millard North only committed 3 team fouls in the first half combined. It's been a real physical game, but not a whole lot of fouls.
Yeah, and it's a clean game. But if I'm Westside, one of the things I'm looking for, especially with our skill set, right? When you think of Matoyer, you think of Jenkins, you can even say Foster. We've seen Duvall. Peterson is everybody can play a 3-level score, and especially get downhill and get to the rack. So if I'm trying to really slow down this disciplined Millard North crew, I'm really trying to use my athletic ability and really maybe run some pin downs, some tight wheel action, what they did at times. Obviously with the ball really worked really well to get them in foul trouble. But more importantly, let our physicality and our height and length and our speed take over.
Your score at the half, Omaha Westside 23, Millard North 21. We'll come back in just a few moments with the start of the third quarter between the Warriors and the Mustangs from Pinnacle Bank Arena right after this.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back inside Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman alongside. It's 23-21 as we begin the third quarter of play. Westside out in front of Millard North by a pair. Omaha Westside on paper, the 7th seed. They are 19-6 on the campaign, while Millard North 22-3 on the season, the number 2 seed in the Class A state tournament. Millard North hasn't lost since February 13th, where they fell to Omaha Westview. However, for Omaha Westside, the last time that they played this Millard North squad, it was just a 2-point ball game. So this one right on par for everything we expected.
Yeah, this game right here is going to come down to the wire, just like every game that they've played probably in the last couple of years with each other. And it's going to come down to whatever team can find rhythm, stick with it, but more importantly, not shoot themselves in the foot.
Here's Sanai Foster on the left side. She fakes the handoff, cuts over in the lane. Foster gets called for a traveling violation. I think that's the right call, Jay.
Right, and here's what you see. When they really need a bucket, what do? They try to go to Foster. Obviously, they did it at the beginning of the game, and they tried to do it at the beginning of the first half. And so you see something there with Coach Clark that he likes to match up with Foster against anybody from Millard North.
Top of the key here is Clara Welker. Welker trying to create some space down low to Smith. Back out Welker. She pops the three, and she drains it to give Millard North a 1-point lead.
Yeah, really good in and out action there between Smith and Welker. Good shot there.
In the lane, Kimora Jenkins back out to Matoyer. Matoyer in the lane off the front iron, can't get it to go. And Millard North, we saw Millard North.
Oh.
Well, we saw Millard North, what I was going to say is come out of the gates firing.
Right.
Will we see something similar in the third quarter, but not be able to sustain it, similar to like they were in the first half?
Yeah, it was a really, really good in and out action right there. And then obviously a good force there by Matoyer. You'd like to see a little bit more discipline offensively from Westside, which you got it right there into Foster, but use their speed and athletic ability. So when you look at Jenkins and you look at Matoyer, speed and quickness, they have the advantage, but size, not so much against a big guard group and big wing group of Millard North Mustangs.
Baseline inbound up top. Here it goes into Kimora Jenkins. 7:11 to go in the third quarter. 24-23. Millard North with the 1-point advantage, but Westside has the ball. Jenkins off the glass, can't get it to go, and Avril Smith with a nice strong rebound.
Really good rebound there, Avril Smith, and to keep Gray away from that offensive rebound. Millard North has made an emphasis. One shot and one shot only for Westside.
Cross-court pass here, Sarah Harley. Harley down low to Avril Smith, working on Foster. Trying to finish with the right hand, can't do so. Emma Vanderplatz, goes in there and collects the offensive rebound. Back to Vanderplatz. 3-ball on the way, just off back iron from the corner. Another offensive rebound. Harley tries her luck. She can't get it to go. The rebound tipped around a couple of times. A body for each team on the floor. Harley with another opportunity, and she misses again. And so up the floor we go with Omaha Westside as that pass Up the floor to Matoyer is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Sarah Harley and the Mustangs.
Yeah, nonstop action, just like the first half. Both teams going at it and laying it on the line. Not really skillful basketball. I think that's just because both teams know each other, and there's every shot, even an opening layup, is going to be essentially contested. Yeah. And so now points are going to have a premium, so now you got to execute. Now you got to take a little bit more patience and maybe not rush shots so much.
Here's Matoyer, top of the key. 3-ball missed everything badly off to the left, and that's going to go to Millard North.
You know, right when I said don't rush a shot, what happens? Matoyer should rush the shot and airball. So maybe that's a sign that I can't shoot anymore.
I don't need a sign. I just know. I already know. 24-23, 6:02 to play in the third. Clara Welker with it. She spins around at the elbow. Welker working on the defender, gets doubled. Sinai Foster is going to be called for a foul.
Yeah, Sinai Foster didn't like that call, but got caught sticking her hand in the cookie jar there. Maybe a little bit body. I think when April Smith came up with the ball, and her hand was on the ball, but the arms, it kind of went across her. But good hard foul, and like we said, this is not a sloppy game. It's a very skillful game. It's played very, very tough, but there's not a lot of scoring going on right now.
That's going to be number 3 on Sinai Foster, so she checks out. In the lane, Welker, jumper, it's good.
Yeah, Welker's paying dividends a little bit, almost lowering them to sleep there with a fake pass, and just went up with a little floater right there.
Extended defensive pressure causing fits for Kimora Jenkins. And we need an Omaha Westside timeout. Steve Clark raised his fist in the air and calls a full timeout. We'll step aside with them in just a moment.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
43 to go in the third quarter out of the Omaha Westside timeout. It's 26-23. Millard North with a 3-point advantage over Omaha Westside as Kimora Jenkins crosses the timeline working left to right. She has it still at the top of the key, trying to save her dribble after getting a pass back and losing possession for a moment. Matoyer now with it on the left side, gives it to number 13. That's Goggin. As in the lane, it's Elise Peterson. She can't get her shot to go. And another strong rebound by Avril Smith.
Yeah, Avril Smith has really started the second half on fire with one big assist, but then also multiple rebounds on the defensive end.
So on the right side here is Sarah Harley. Gets to Smith at the top of the key. Now in the near corner, Galligan, 3-ball. Great look and a great finish.
Galligan is picking up right where she started off. She ended the first half with a 3, starting the second half with a 3. Now you're starting to see Millard North show a little bit of life here. Hung around with Westside, withstood the storm. Now they are the storm.
Matoyer with it, top of the key, working on Harley, the defender. Layup way out of control, and another rebound by Smith. Up the floor goes Galligan. Galligan pushing the pace. 2-on-2 break, and it's a double dribble on Elizabeth Galligan.
Yeah, but you know what? If I'm Coach Paulson, I like it. I like it, the pace. It feels like in the first half, Millard North was a little bit slow for the pace of Westside. Now I think Westside is playing in a hurry. Millard North has played the same way, but the sneaky adjustment here is pressure. Normally Westside would pressure Millard North. Millard North is doing that, which is actually allow them to play a lot more efficiently.
So Goggin crosses the timeline with a nice pass. Left side 3-ball on the way for Westside. Can't get it to go. And Smith collects the defensive rebound, but travels with it. I think she was expecting some help, but instead a second defender for Westside came into her, and she had nowhere to go, and she took too many steps.
Yeah, sometimes you're so excited to get the rebound and get started with the fast break, you almost forget that you have to establish your your footing there so you don't get a traveling call.
Kimora Jenkins with it. She has it on the perimeter. Kimora Jenkins left side. Entry pass down low to Peterson. And a foul is called. Trying on the backside help. I believe that was Chloe Dalton with it.
Yeah.
As that's going to be her first.
Yeah, knew that Peterson had the size advantage, so she went for the steal. Again, she got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. Another foul. But you know what? We're halfway through the third quarter, and there's a 1 foul each for Westside and Millard North.
Out on the far side, here is Goggin. Goggin looking for help, and she passed it out of bounds. It was deflected, last touch by Millard North.
Yeah, sometimes you got to slow down a little bit. So if I'm Coach Clark with 3 timeouts left, you don't want to burn a timeout, but you're hoping the leadership of Jenkins, Matoyer, and multiple guards to slow this, the anxiety and obviously this team down so they can execute offensively.
So here is Kimora Jenkins. She pops the 3 from the top of the key, and she gets it to circle the cylinder, and it falls. Kimora Jenkins with a massive 3.
Yeah, that's one way you can do it, Nick. If you want to settle your team down, start shooting the lights out from 3, and that's certainly what she did.
So here's Galligan, top of the key, gives it to Smith. Smith fakes the handoff back to Galligan, now to McMahon. McMahon almost lost the basketball, now does lose the basketball. Omaha Westside dives on it, and we have a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with Millard North.
Yeah, Coach Clark didn't like that jump ball because he felt like number 2 really with a really good job there. Jahia Freeman did a really good job of attacking the ball, establishing control of the ball. Unfortunately for them, it was a jump ball, and Millard North keeps possession.
Armani Brazil checks in for Millard North, number 23, first action tonight. Now Briley Nelson, top of the key, 3 ball on the way, missed it everything, and it's going to be going back the other way.
Probably a little bit overzealous there by number 33, Briley Nelson. I think Paulson would have probably rather a better shot there. But when you're playing well, 3-point lead, sometimes you take the shot necessarily that you don't need.
So here comes Omaha Westside. Taking the bump is Goggin. Goggin now crosses the timeline, and now a bump and a foul as we'll have a push on McMahon. Jordan McMahon gets called for her first.
Yeah, McMahon hit her first, and then she was kind of flailing. Then Galligan put the little icing on the cake. A little love tap there, Nick.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you.
No problem. As Omaha Westside inbounds it from the far sideline. 29-26 is your score. 3:22 to play in the third quarter. Here is Jaya Freeman, left side Goggin. Goggin with it back to Freeman. Freeman working on McMahon, back to Goggin. Goggin passes inside to Peterson. Good inside-out game. 3-ball Freeman to tie, and we are tied with 3:06 to play in the third.
Yeah, when Freeman shot that ball, I thought maybe it was a little bit far, but it was well behind the college three-point line. Great shot by Freeman.
Here is number 33, Briley Nelson with it. She picks up her dribble outside the perimeter. This is not her comfort zone, as now that pass almost deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Galligan. And Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but that doesn't happen if Nelson doesn't pick up her dribble in a spot where she has no business picking up a dribble.
Yeah, what happened earlier is where she shot the 3, but then Westside allowed her to be up top, and then once she came over half court, rushed her, made her react, pick up her dribble, and then really overplayed the passing lanes. Great job by Westside.
29 all here, 2:47 to play in the third quarter. Class A quarterfinal matchup. The winner of this one gets the winner of our nightcap between the two Bellevue schools, Bellevue East and West, squaring off here in a little bit. Here in the lane, a take offensively by, I believe, Kimora Jenkins, as she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. A foul called on Galligan.
I think that's her third.
It is her first.
Yeah, first. I must be counting the free throws. Well, anyways,
she had 3 turnovers.
Really good job there by Jenkins of trying to get downhill against Millard North, one of their best defenders, and obviously creating an opportunity. Now, when you look at this West Side lineup, maybe this is how they finish. A 4-guard lineup, kind of a forward there with Peterson, while you got Foster resting on the bench, and then therefore you can switch the lineup back when you want to try to close the deal.
The second free throw is good by Kimora Jenkins. She missed the first, but that means that Westside has a 1-point lead. They're on a 7-0 run to take a 30-29 lead. In the lane, Vanderplatz gets it stripped, and now she's fouled by Kimora Jenkins.
Yeah, late call there. Kimora Jenkins felt like she had a really good grip on the ball for a possible jump ball, but then once it was played on, it went off number 3, Sarah Harley, who's at the free throw line, and it got called a shooting foul.
While we have a pause in the action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. All right, Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's 31-30 after 2 Millard North free throws. As inbounding it is Matoyer, gets it to Kimora Jenkins. Jenkins trying to work through some pressure, and a bump and a foul called on Chloe Dalton. Excuse me.
A really good job there of Jenkins of changing the space, weaving, and then finding angles to draw a foul there on Dalton. And so that might be adjustment there for Coach Clark, that he has his 2-guard or actually a 4-guard lineup to withstand that pressure that gave him problems at the beginning of the third quarter.
Kimora Jenkins gets the inbound pass with Westside down by 1. 2:17 to play in the third quarter. Here is Jaya Freeman. She hit a big 3 a moment ago to tie everything up. Now in the lane, Peterson off the glass, gets bumped, no whistle. Westside wanted a foul, no call came.
Yeah, a good play there where you're actually running a 4 out there, and you had a good matchup there with Peterson. She just wasn't able to close the deal.
On the right side, it's Brazil. Brazil holding the basketball above her head, gets to Sarah Harley in the far corner, right in front of head coach Chris Paulson. It's Emma Vanderplatz. Back to Harley. Now they bring the double. Millard North able to hold on to the basketball, and we have a pause in the action and an offensive foul called on Clara Welker.
Yeah, a little bit of a hook there where she had the size advantage there on Jenkins. Called there for a hook and hooking. And she is not happy about that call. Coach Paulson is bringing in Smith to take Welker out. But, again, both lineups are essentially 4 out with 1 post, matching it player for player, skill set for skill set. Coach Paulson is talking to the ref. He's not happy about it, just like number 20 and Claire Welker is not happy either. But you got to move on. Another quarter and a half to go.
1:39 to go in the third quarter. 31-30 is your score. Millard North with the lead, but Omaha Westside has a chance to take the lead. Here, 3-pointer on the way. Just a tad strong offensive rebound. It falls right into the lap of Kimora Jenkins, who gives it out. Freeman on the top of the key. Garen Kay shot that 3 a moment ago. Kimora Jenkins now has it at the top of the key. Entry pass. Elise Peterson, turnaround, tough shot, and a foul is going to be called on, I believe they're going to get Hamaya Matoyer. They will.
Yeah, trying to chase the ball there. Peterson's a little upset with herself because she had the defender on her back, who was going to turn to a little jump hook. Faded away a little bit. She wished she had that one back.
1 minute, 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. 31-30 is your score. You guys are listening to 93.7 KNTK FM in Firth, Lincoln, wherever you may be. 31-30 is your score. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Galligan back into the game for Millard North as they cross the timeline, working right to left. Galligan passes to Emma Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz crosses over on Garen Key, rather. A nice finish with Emma Vanderplatz.
Yeah.
Her first point since the first quarter.
Little rock them to sleep there. A good crossover. Good finish there by Vanderplatz.
Elise Peterson will bring the ball across the timeline after bailing out her teammate Kimora Jenkins. Jenkins now has it, top of the key, trailing by 3. Kimora crosses over, working, spin move in the lane as she gets it ripped out of her hands by Avril Smith. And now a foul is called on Omaha Westside. And it's going to go against number 23, Elise Peterson. That's her third.
Yeah, Elise Peterson didn't like that. She felt like she had all ball. A little bit of a late call there, but nevertheless, Mustang ball. Good job there by Avril Smith on the smaller player, blocking the shot on the way up, Nick. So that makes it not look like she swiped at the ball. Essentially, she palmed the ball, kind of like I palm it when I dunk on it.
Millard North passes it left side. It's Galligan. A little bit of traffic down low in the paint, and it's finally settled as Brazil has the top of the key to Smith. Got to work on Peterson. Now back out to Brazil in the lane. The floater is not good, but there's going to be a foul called on number 11, I believe. They're going to get Gabriella Duvall for it.
Yeah, Duvall, got caught in a no-win situation, right? It went into Avril Smith, so the whole defense started to rotate towards her. Good job by Brazil there, cutting off of that and getting the shot up there, but nevertheless at the free throw line.
Brazil able to hit the first free throw. It's now a 34-30 ball game as Brazil's on the scoring column for the first time tonight.
Millard North, right, came out, had momentum. Westside got it back. Now look to finish this third quarter with 13 seconds left. Millard North has the momentum back. Staying steady in stressful times is probably something that you can't put in a box sheet. it's only something you could teach as a coach.
Second one on the way. It's a little too strong. Offensive rebound, Smith. How about the job that Avril Smith has done on the glass? Now Vanderplatz misses the layup from the left side. Ball is fought for on the ground, ripped out of the way by Matoyer, and the ball falls underneath our table here. Not sure where it went. There it is. But we're going to have a foul with 1 second on the game clock, and that's team foul number 5 of the quarter on Millard North. And so that's going to give Omaha Westside free throws to end the third quarter.
Yeah, and you've lost all momentum of the huge run, 11-0 run that you had. You're able to get back some if you're able to knock down these free throws. Now, there's 1 second left. Obviously, you don't want to foul yourself after them, but to get 2 free points is pretty much a little bit of an early Christmas present.
Avril Smith with 12 rebounds on the day, and we're not even done with the third quarter.
I mean, she has came out, and it seems like 10 of those rebounds has been in this third quarter, and really dominated this third quarter offensively and defensively.
Second free throw for Matoyer. That one's no good. Offensive rebound. They got to put it up, and she did. Gabriella Duvall had no idea that only 1 second was on the game clock. So after 3 quarters of play, your score, Millard North 34, Omaha Westside 30. We'll come back in 60 seconds and start the final period of play here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman, Harrison Owens back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios as we begin the fourth quarter of action. Put 8 minutes on the game clock, and we are ready to go. 34-30 is your score as Millard North, who trailed at halftime by 2, was able to flip the script and now lead by 4. In the lane, Matoyer working on Smith. She gets her shot blocked, and Avril Smith gets another big play on the defensive end to her name.
Yeah, between Vanderplatz and Avril Smith, they essentially have taken over the game. 2 veteran presences in this game is really turned the tide to their side.
So here is Sarah Harley near the logo. Harley, top of the key, Smith, left side, Vanderplatz with it at the top of the key. A couple of defenders run into each other. Harley for 3, and she hits it. It's 37-30, Millard North.
Yeah, what Millard North is doing is just a little bit of patience, a little in and out basketball. It worked early in the third quarter, went right back into it at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
So here's Matoyer, top of the key, down low, Foster outside to the far corner. Now a take. It's blocked again by Avril Smith. And Galligan collects the miss.
Avril Smith is essentially leading the nation in clean blocks. But, again, before you know it, Jenkins forces another turnover and a foul against Vanderplatz. And so Westside knows this is going to be a game of runs. And whoever is able to withstand the runs but then obviously extend your run will finish this game strong and hopefully win for each team.
Avril Smith with 7 blocks tonight. 37-30 is your score. That's insane.
Yeah.
7 blocks.
7 blocks. And you know what's more impressive? Not really. I mean, she doesn't have any points.
Yeah. As the miss on the 3, great job, offensive rebound, and now Avril Smith commits a foul as number 14, Garen Kay, took it to the rim. She'll shoot 2 free throws in just a moment.
Yeah, Westside has been trying to get inside against this Miller Mustang defense, and they haven't had any luck, and that's obviously because of Smith and Welker, and obviously Brazil now in there with the energy. So Kay being at the free throw line, hitting the first one is a plus column there for Coach Clark.
37-31, 6 minutes, 36 seconds to go as Garen Kay was able to hit the first free throw. She's got one more coming up. Second one on the way. It's also good. 2 for 2 on the line that trip. And it's 37-32, back to a 5-point differential as Vanderplatz has it for Millard North. She works left side now across the timeline, kicks it out to Harley. Harley drives baseline, tries to boot it out to Clara Welker, does so. Now Smith to Harley. Harley on the near corner, finds a flashing Welker down low. She's caught underneath the basket, passes out to Galligan. Now 3-ball Vanderplatz, just short off front iron, and the rebound collected by Omaha Westside as now Matoyer throws it up the floor. Kamora Jenkins along the corner, 3-ball on the way. Kamora Jenkins makes it a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, Kamora Jenkins came to play. That's her third three, and you think off a secondary fast break, didn't look really good. Set her feet, nothing but net.
So here is Emma Vanderplatz, 5:51 to go, fourth quarter, 37-35 is your score. Vanderplatz, that entry pass almost knocked away by Sinai Foster, but Millard North retains possession. Galligan with it. Top of the key here is Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz driving, drawing the team of Matoyer. Now Welker across the elbow to Averill Smith. She loses possession of the basketball into the hands of Foster, and Westside can tie it with a 2, take a lead with a 3. Matoyer dribbles behind the back to shake Vanderplatz as she crosses the timeline. Matoyer in the lane, kicks it out. Kamora Jenkins, who just hit a 3 a moment ago to give us the score we're at now at 37-35. 5 minutes, 12 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Foster kicks it out. Garen Kay with it. Back to Kamora Jenkins. 10 on the possession. Jenkins in the lane. Contested shot is blocked. Fought for on the ground. And Westside tries to call a timeout, but a jump ball is going to be the official ruling, which gives it to Millard North.
Yeah, a little bit of slow action there. I felt like Foster had Smith, who's a great defender, in a very vulnerable position, chose it to kick it out, and then obviously drove it in there. Probably amongst the trees is probably not what you want to do with Jinx and Matoyer, but I think they need to make an adjustment. Try to get Foster going like they did in the middle of the first quarter. Took her out of the lane. She has a pretty good jumper, and then you can open up the middle of the lane a little bit later.
It's 37-35. Let's step aside 30 seconds as Millard North calls a full timeout here with 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you. 4 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It's 37-35. Millard North with a 2-point lead over the Westside Warriors. Omaha Westside trying to claw back into this one. They led at the half. They trailed by 4 at the end of the third quarter. Now we're 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, and they're down by 2. Millard North with the basketball.
Yeah, now you see Westside with a little bit of adjustment coming out of the timeout. A little bit of pressure, then back off, trying to get Millard North out of rhythm. Sometimes when you pressure, Nick, is just to get them to think about something else.
Here's Harley in the lane on the doorstep, and she finishes from the right side.
Yeah, and sometimes when you do that, you set yourself up for a backdoor. Good pass there. Good finish there by Harley.
Millard North now leads by 4 to Matoyer. 3-ball to answer, and she banks it off the glass from the near side corner.
Yeah,
it wasn't pretty, but it counts the same.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how it goes in, and anytime the bank is open, doesn't matter what time it is. They'll call it the ATM right there, Nick.
There it is. As Emma Vanderplatz has it on the logo, Millard North leads by 1. Emma Vanderplatz in the lane, tough shot, and she gets bailed out with a foul, as that's going to be Elise Peterson's 4th.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know the Westside fans behind me, she tried to wall straight up, felt like she didn't have too much body contact, and drew the ire of the Westside Warriors fan base. I don't know about that, Nick, but nevertheless, Vanderplatz is at the free throw line, trying to extend the lead here.
First free throw is good for Emma Vanderplatz. It's now a 40-38 ball game. Emma Vanderplatz is unable to get both of them to go. She's 1 for 2 at the free throw line on that trip, and she now has 15 points. Matoyer in the lane. Down by 2 is Westside. Kimora Jenkins at the top of the key. We are over halfway through quarter number 4. Kimora Jenkins working on Vanderplatz. Top of the key, Foster. Foster now gives it to number 13, Catherine Goggin. Kimora Jenkins picks up her dribble, looks for help, finds Foster. 9 on the possession. Matoyer steps back from the left wing. 5 on the shot clock. In the lane, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Sinai Foster.
Wow.
And for an illegal screen that she tried to maybe set, but tried not to make it obvious at the elbow.
I mean, sometimes we saw that actually in the Nebraska-Ohio State game. If you just kind of box them out when the guard drives past you, they usually don't call it. But nevertheless, it was a good idea. And obviously a little bit better execution would have worked out for Foster. Millard North on the attack once again.
40-38 is your score. Millard North with a 2-point lead. Does Westside have enough to overcome the mountaintop? As on the right side, it's Sarah Harley to Vanderplatz. Millard North, just a reminder, the number 2 seed in Class A, as a little bit of physicality. Matoyer takes a tumble. The three-pointer is no good. It caroms out to Sarah Harley for another crack at it. Galligan back out to Harley. Back to Galligan. She calls out what she wants to have happen. Now 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It's 40-38, Millard North with the lead in the basketball. Clara Welker steps back. Long 2, misses it. And Matoyer skies high for the defensive rebound, and she's able to dribble out of it. Matoyer has played a lot of basketball tonight. She's bumped and fouled by Emma Vanderplatz.
Yeah, it was a good job there by Matoyer, skying for the rebound. And trying to get into a little bit of a one-person fast break to possibly get it to Foster. But also when you have Matoyer, you look at struggled a little bit in the second, third quarter, is able to bounce back. Great job there by the upperclassmen and veteran basketball player.
So here is Kimora Jenkins working on Galligan. We are under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Kimora Jenkins to tie. The layup too strong. And Vanderplatz will have the basketball. Going up the floor now is Galligan. Galligan at the timeline kicks it out to a trailing Avril Smith. Smith to Galligan in the near corner, guarded by Kimora Jenkins. Cross-court pass to Harley. It's bobbled, hit her in the nose, but she gets it back. Now Harley with it in the far corner right in front of Millard North's bench here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We have a Chris Paulson timeout with 2:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Let's pause 30 seconds, come right back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 2:25 to go in the fourth quarter. 40-38. Here we go, Jay.
Yeah, this is it right here. If I'm Westside, it's a chance to tie the game up, but more importantly, a chance to take the momentum. 2:25 left on the clock. Good timeout there by Coach Paulson. He knew that the offense was a little bit discombobulated, or his team was getting a little bit tired. You want to keep the possession because possessions, execution mean the most here. 2:25 left.
2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It's 40-38. 7 seconds on the shot clock here as Vanderplatz has it on the perimeter. Now in the lane. That's a charge as it's going to go against Emma Vanderplatz. Chris Paulson is beside himself that they called that a charge, as that is going to be Vanderplatz's fourth personal foul.
Yeah, and that's what I think it was a really good call. It was a really good job by Catherine Geigen to step in the lane, take the pounding, because Vanderplatz was trying to go downhill strong and fast, and obviously a good job of drawing the charge. And those are the possessions that you want, right? Where when the ball's in the hands of Vanderplatz, you think it's almost not a guaranteed 2 points, but it's not. It's a turnover, and Westside is on the mend again and on the attack.
Down by 2, they have the basketball. Omaha Westside, that is, as Matoyer beats Galligan, dribbles through a triple team. Now Matoyer to tie it. She's got it.
Yeah, Matoyer looked like she didn't want to do it. She had Foster there as a rim runner, but the floater goes in. for number 3 from Westside.
40-40. We are all tied up in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. 1:51 to play exactly as Galligan gives it down low. Smith kicks out. Welker gets the shot fake. Near corner. Here's Harley. Harley in the lane. The floater. No good. Rebound fought for. Avril Smith gets it somehow in the middle of 3 black jerseys. Now Welker near corner. Harley. A fresh shot clock over 25 seconds still on the possession. And we have a foul down low, and that's going to go on Jaya Freeman, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't see it. It was an off-the-ball foul by Freeman there, and just a little bit of aggressive. Now it's 4 fouls for Millard North, 3 for Westside. You know, if I'm either Coach Paulson or Coach Clark, I like the aggressiveness of both teams, right, Nick? I'm not going to say play passive. You got to really empty the tank right here.
Inbound here to Clara Welker. Fresh shot clock. 1:25 to play in the fourth quarter. Welker cross-court pass almost went into the Millard North bench. Now Vanderplatz gets it poked from behind by Matoyer. Matoyer, nobody in front of her for the lead, and Westside leads by 2, and quickly we have a Steve Clark timeout with 1:15 to play.
Great job by Matoyer, right? Just a little bit of a pickpocket there to her partner in crime. The Jenkins got it up. Fast break 2. Millard North fans are upset right now, thinking that the refs can hear them, but Nick, they can't even hear us.
No. And it's probably for the best.
They want to hear me. They don't want to hear you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? 1:15 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 42-40. Millard North, you talk about being able to close out a game.
Yep.
They're on a scoring drought that spans over 3 minutes of game time. Certainly not a recipe for success.
Yeah, I think that timeout that Coach Paulson took, he kind of sensed it. We haven't got any type of rhythm going. He tried to do something. To be interesting to see what he draws up coming out of this timeout. What has been their bread and butter for pretty much the majority of the game once they wanted to get back on track. Inside, outside game, throw it into Smith, had Welker. You could do it to Vanderplatz. You have plenty of options, but I think it starts going inside to Smith and then letting her make a good decision. Even though she hasn't scored, she has plenty of assists, blocks, and rebounds. Let's see what Millard North does coming out of this timeout.
What a great day of basketball to this point. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 42-40 is your score. The 7-seed Omaha Westside Warriors on top of second-seeded Millard North Mustangs. 42-40 with 1:15 to go in the ball game. Clara Welker with it. She'll dribble up across. Now hand it off to Emma Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz had 10 of the first 12 points for Millard North. She sits at 15 points currently. Vanderplatz working on the defender Freeman, and Freeman bumped her, and that's going to be a defensive foul.
A little bit overzealous right there. She's tried to get her on the second dribble there, Nick. Good dig out with the left hand. Probably a little bit too much body. Good call there by the ref.
Sideline inbound here for Millard North as they get it into Emma Vanderplatz. Vanderplatz with less than a minute of game time, standing directly in front of us here, guarded by Freeman. Steve Clark on the west side sideline, clapping his hands, trying to get his defense to get one more stop. Vanderplatz with 18 to shoot. She has it, top of the key, guarded by Sinai Foster. Now Welker to Harley, 12 to shoot, 37 on the game clock to Smith, who's scoreless. Now Welker. Welker drives on Foster, up, high off the glass, can't get it to go. Offensive board, ball loose on the ground. And we have a jump ball that gives it to Omaha Westside.
Yeah, jump ball, Westside was able to get possession of it. Now if I'm Westside now, I'm trying to get the ball into my 2 guards right here, Jenkins, Matoyer, and obviously Freeman as well. When you have the 4-guard lineup, and obviously you can throw Kay in there with Foster in there, you have all your best ball handlers. You're probably your most evenly keeled, heady players. Now you're trying to close out this game. Everybody sees it 27 seconds. It's a lot of time, or it's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yes, it is in basketball. 27 seconds, as many games as we've called, can turn into 5 minutes if you know situational basketball and if you can extend it. Both teams are at 4 fouls now. So if I'm Westside, I'm thinking, okay, I want to get it to my best ball handlers, right? We want everybody to get open. Remind the young ladies we have 1 timeout left, and so we want to get the ball into our best ball handlers, but more importantly, to our most trusted free throw shooting. And now you know who those are because, one, you know them from practice. You got the stats and everything else. Now, if I'm the Mustangs and Coach Paulson, I'm thinking, you know what? They just got the jump ball possession.
Yeah.
It's going to go back to us. So instead of trying to put them on the free throw line, let's try to get a free possession by causing a jump ball. And also, Nick, really what you have to do, since the 35-second shot clock, that is now off. You have to remind them at some point in time, if we're not able to get a steal or a jump ball, right, or cause a jump ball, we have to foul. And why? What do you usually like? What you usually like to do, Nick, in this situation? Foul early, so you can potentially get more chances and more possessions.
It's been a great day of basketball. We saw Pender and Alma win their games in D1. Millard West, Lincoln North Star victorious in their games earlier today. And here we have it, number 7 seed Omaha Westside trying to upset number 2 Millard North as Kamora Jenkins throws it off the leg of Avril Smith out of bounds.
Yeah, you know what? They're trying to get – you see Jenkins obviously is their most steady player, the best ball handler, and maybe one of their best free throw shooters.
Sideline inbound from a tough spot as it steps out of bounds, and we have the officials going to say it's out of bounds going to Millard North.
Well,
it looked like Kamora Jenkins got bumped out of bounds, and I think that's what they're asking is how is that not a foul? However, she stepped on the boundary. It's out of bounds, and so Millard North's going to get the ball on their side of the floor.
Yeah, Coach Clark is not happy about this, but now you know what? You can't cry over spilled milk. You got to defend.
Here we go. Emma Vanderplatz with the top of the key. She extinguished her dribble. She needs help. And then we have a Chris Paulson timeout on the floor. 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the ticket.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, buckle up. Here we go. 42-40, your score. 15.2 on the game clock as they inbound it. Millard North does, trailing by 2 to Emma Vanderplatz. We'll see what Chris Paulson drew up out of the Millard North timeout. 7 on the game clock. Avril Smith working right side to Vanderplatz for the lead. She misses high up in the air, and Westside, they upset number 2 Millard North 42-40, and they advance to the Class A state semifinals.
Yeah, really good job there by Westside, just digging in after a foul call they thought they could get and playing some defense. And look, it's two teams that's good. Look, the first game came down to 2 points. The second game comes down to 2 points. Westside had a little bit better of a run, a little bit more. They probably had more runs, Nick, right? They started the game out of run, withstood Millard North, came back with their own Millard North kind of mini run, and then the heady play by Matoyer and Jenkins, the sneaky steal to her partner in crime. And then Jenkins up to Matoyer for the game-winning layup. That's pretty good basketball so far today and into the night, Nick.
Some real good basketball here. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll give you our final thoughts in this one. The Omaha Westside victorious 42-40 over Millard North here in the Class A quarterfinal on the ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, real quickly here, just a recap on Westside and Millard North. Holy smokes, what a great game. 42-40, your final score as the 7-seeded Westside Warriors are victorious over the 2-seeded Millard North Mustangs by 2. Millard North finishes the game on a scoring drought that spanned over 4 minutes and 15 seconds. They finished 0 for 5 on their last 5, 0 for their last 5 shots, 1 of their last 7.
Yep.
And, man, if you're Chris Paulson and the Mustangs, you feel like you may have let one get away.
Yeah, you had control of the game, and then you just, the well went dry, and there's nothing you could do about it. But also you got to give credit to Westside's defense. They knew they had to make a run, backs against the wall, And not only did they make a run offensively, they were able to dig in defensively, probably a little bit better than Millard North. But nevertheless, it's the same way I bet you the first game happened or ended in Millard North's favor. The thing that's most important is you win the state tournament game. So congrats to Westside.
It's pretty spectacular, the performance, despite a losing effort. How about this? Avril Smith almost had a double-double in rebounds and blocks.
Yeah.
And she finishes with 15 rebounds and 8 blocks.
Yeah.
That's spectacular, even in a losing effort.
Yeah, she was pretty dominant inside, and I think she really, really confused Westside what they could do. They thought they tried to bring her outside. They couldn't get anything done with her then, and then they tried to have multiple people driving there, and she shut everything down.
Great game. Omaha Westside victorious, and they will await the winner of our next game, the nightcap on day 1 of the girls' state tournament between Bellevue West, the 6th seed, and the 3 seed, the Bellevue East Chieftains. It's going to be a good one. Join us here in about 15 minutes or so for tip-off between Bellevue East and Bellevue West here on 93.7 The Ticket. For now, we'll send it back to Harrison Arns in our 93.7 The Ticket studios.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer. High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, personal banking like you remember.
Hi, this is Chris Elgert, loan originator at Lincoln Federal. I know that buying a home is one of the most important decisions a person will make in their lifetime. That's why you need an experienced loan professional to explain all the options available, to answer all your questions, and to make the home buying process a rewarding experience. Talk with me and discover why Lincoln Federal is personal banking like you remember. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402